do this.
There you go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
There's your puppy.
I'm tired of wearing that barrette. Look, I got big hair. Let's see if anybody's going to come in and spend some time with me. Because I didn't send out notifications or anything. There's one person. Okay, who's in here? Hello, hello. Say hello. Oh, they left. I didn't send out a notification, so I don't know if anybody's going to come in. Somebody came in. Hello. Hey, Jordan.
It's not cold.
It's not?
No, I couldn't find shrimp ribs.
Will you put in some ice?
I put the cold one down.
Hey, who's in the room? Somebody's in here. Two people. Hello, hello. Hey, Kathy. I was just going to come on here and update about Blaine. I made a little video in my car earlier when I was driving home. And there's Helen. Hey, lady. I started crying on the video, so I think I can do this. I'm going to update y'all. I was going to see who I wanted to come in here and update on Blaine. The people that didn't see on Facebook, our crochet community. I got big hair. Y'all just took my barrette down. I'm hot. I'm tired. I think after this, I'm going to take a nap. So I'll just tell y'all, if anybody else is interested, they can watch the replay because I'll leave it up. I don't care. Blaine collapsed in the restroom this morning. And she passed a large clot. The doctor said it was about the size of a softball. And it measured 600 milliliters of blood. So right now, her husband Cody's at the hospital with her, and she is receiving blood. They're going to give her 2 units today and hope that it brings up her blood level at least 1 point per unit. They're going to check her blood again at 5 o'clock in the morning because they said it would be useless to do it today. It takes a while. It's going to take all day to get those 2 units in. Plus, they're going to give her another iron infusion. She's white as a ghost. Even her lips are white. She doesn't look pink anymore at all. Dr. Turner is who she's seeing now. That's not her original doctor. Her original doctor disappointed everybody. Blaine's been trying to get in touch with her for 2 months. She's been sending Blaine to her nurse practitioner. A lot of people don't understand. There was something going on with the pregnancy that the doctor made a mistake early on. And thank you so much. Thank you. So, Jordan, I need ice. I need some ice. I need some ice. So anyway, Dr. Turner is going to refer her. Somebody else is in there. Got 2 more. Hello, everybody. Dr. Turner, that's seeing her in the women's hospital, is going to refer her to Dr. Brewer, which is a fetal specialist that's coming in Monday. He's off this weekend. And when they're giving Blaine the 2 units of blood, hoping to get her up about a 10, you're supposed to be, a woman's supposed to be 13 to 15. And this morning, before she collapsed, before she lost the 600 milliliters in the restroom, she was already down to 8.3. Well, if you get down to 6, you can be in organ failure. If you get below 6, it's fatal. You could stroke out or heart attack. So anyway, there's just so much going through my mind, y'all, if I'm talking fast. Let me see. What was the very next thing? I'm trying to tell y'all in order of how it happened. Okay. She was asking for me. I called and talked to Cody. And then he called me back and said, she's asking for you. You might ought to come on up here. So I went up there, spent a couple of hours with her, waited till they got her hooked up on blood and everything. I sent Cody to get her some seafood because when she finally perked up a little bit, she wanted to eat. And she's been craving seafood. All right. The doctor came back in and told us that when she refers him to Dr. Brewer, the fetal specialist, Monday, he is going to more than likely keep her the rest of the pregnancy. She's 19 weeks. She needs to carry Koraline another 13 weeks if possible for her to be viable outside the womb. The scenarios that they gave us, thank you so much. Hang on, y'all. It is hot out there and I'm thirsty. The scenarios they gave us is if she can stop the bleeding and start making her own red blood cells, they're going to try to keep her in the hospital and wait until she's between 30 and 32 weeks to induce. If she continues to bleed the way she is, and if they cannot, they're going to keep giving her transfusions as she needs them if her bleeding will slow down. If her bleeding does not slow down and it continues to be as bad as it is now or even worsen, they will take her into emergency surgery and they'll have to terminate her pregnancy. That's hard to say, y'all. My grandbaby and my baby is in the hospital. So it's breaking my heart. But y'all know my beliefs. So we've got so many people praying for her. If anybody wants to ask me anything that I might have forgot, I think that was everything. Between Lamia's dad and stepmother and grandmother on that side, they'll just help me with her, and I can take her. Cody and I both, and her other family can take her to see Blaine at the hospital anytime she wants to, between 12 and 8. She could even spend the night with her mama up there, as long as there's another adult watching her, and as long as Blaine's strong enough where, they don't want something like this morning happen with Lamia in there. If she can get stronger, Lamia could come and stay. So, Kathy, I don't know if you noticed, a lot of people have been on my Facebook like, did you get married? Yes, I did. He's over here, and he doesn't want to be on camera. You want to say hey?
Hey.
Hey. And Blaine got married. Her husband's name is Cody. My husband's name is Bo. That's not his name. That's his nickname. So, I just wanted to update y'all. We were just talking, Blaine and I were just talking a couple of days ago about getting back into doing videos again now that she's at home all the time. Thank you, Kathy. And y'all, when y'all are praying for Blaine and Cora, pray for Cody and Lamia too, because this is hard on them. Cody doesn't want to leave her side. And he was working out of state, laying internet fiber cable. And he kept having problems with his hands going to sleep and going numb and hurting all the way up to the elbow. So he took off for a day to go to the doctor. Then the doctor sent him for a scan, and he's got carpal tunnel really bad in both hands that goes up to the elbow. So his boss told him he cannot be working with heavy machinery or anything if his hands are going to be numb, because if he got cut or pinched or anything like that, he might not be able to feel it. So he's looking for a different kind of work, but right now he's actually just staying by Blaine's side. And I told him, whenever he needs a break to come home or whatever, then I'll go up there. So one of the two of us will be up there all the time. And we've also got like church members and stuff that'll probably be helping out. It says we got 4 people in here. Thank you so much, Helen. I'm a nervous wreck. But everything's going to be all right. I believe that the Lord's going to raise her up and heal her. Hello. My crochet partner and my daughter, Blaine, is in the hospital. That's what I came on here to talk about with y'all, is to just update on how she was doing. But when she livened up a little bit while I was there, I was picking at her about bringing her some yarn. And I was like, you know what? You could actually sit up here and crochet Koraline a whole wardrobe in the next 4 or 5 months, because that's where she's going to be. She's going to be at the hospital, resting, trying to build her blood back up. I got to put my hair back up, y'all. It's getting on my nerves. Blaine's been working on like bath sets and kitchen sets and stuff, trying to sell some of them to earn some money. And I'm working on market bags and handbags to let her sell, trying to help her and Cody. And right now they're not having to pay any rent because it's based on their income. They don't have income. She's supposed to update her lease next month, and they'd find out what the new rent's going to be since she got married. But she's in the hospital, so I'm hoping that maybe the landlord could do it by phone or something. You see 3 of me? Holly's Car Shop. Hello, hello. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Yep. We're very happy. We've got 2 really wonderful men in our lives, both redheads. And I have no doubt if Koraline can get through this with her mama, she's probably going to be redheaded because Blaine has a lot of red in her hair. She was born redheaded, although it kind of turned auburn. Cody's redheaded. And I don't know if you'll ever see a picture of him. She did let me post one picture on Facebook of him and her and Lamia when they did the reveal of the baby. Lamia popped the balloon and the confetti went everywhere, and you could see all 3 of them smiling and stuff. But Cody's not on Facebook. He doesn't like to be on Facebook. Y'all tell me what you're working on. I'll stay in here for just a few minutes, but I'm going to get off here soon because this is my husband's long weekend, and then he's got to go back to work. Jordan's doing better. She had lost a lot of weight, had gotten really stiff, and we were able to hire a personal assistant, and the personal assistant comes in, was it 5 days a week? 6 hours a day is what she can come over and do with the exercises and stuff with Jordan. So trying to build her muscle back up. And I had put in about 3 years ago for some help with moving her mobile chair around because we couldn't take it anywhere. I had to take the one that I can push her in, and I'm getting old, y'all. I can't pick her up and tote her or anything anymore when she needs it. So we were on a waiting list, and I finally got the call a few weeks ago, and I took my car down there and dropped it off so they could put a trailer hitch on it, which I've got bruises on my shin from that. And they had a trailer made for her chair. So they gave us a brand new trailer. So if she ever gets down to where she needs it, or anytime she needs that chair, we have to go somewhere, we got that trailer to haul it in. But the thing is, my car won't pull it now. It's more weight than what my car can handle. Kathy, I started that one. I think it was Sophie's Universe. Was one like that. Helen and I both started Thunder, and I got distracted and didn't finish mine. She finished one and sent it to me. It's beautiful. If I had it in here, I'd show y'all. But Jordan's doing much better right now. She's still really, really thin. We need to get her to gain some more weight. And also she's got some stuff caught up in her intestines. If we can't get those flushed, as long as it's moving, they said, she's fine. If it stops moving, she would have to have surgery and have a bag put on, and I don't want to do that. We already have to flush her every 24 hours because she really can't go on her own. So if that stuff doesn't flush and she does get impacted, I don't want to handle that bag, but that may be what we have to do. I just wanted to get on here for a minute and update part number 5. I can't remember what part I stopped on. It wasn't too awful big. I'm going to say just right across my lap, maybe, like that. It's something about me and Thunder. We start something together, and I don't finish most of the time. So I'm busy or lose interest. And that's really funny because my oldest daughter, Amy, asked me to ask my doctor to test me for ADHD. Most of y'all, when you see me on here, I'm row 40. Woo! But Kathy, I know how you crochet. You stay on it. Do some awesome work. Usually when Blaine and I were making videos and stuff, we were more calm. I laugh a lot with her. We're always keeping each other laughing. But when I'm at home, it's hard for me to sit still. You're welcome. You and Helen both do some really beautiful work. Helen takes colors. I always pick at her about takes some colors I wouldn't think go together. And then when she puts them together, it's really beautiful. I didn't send out a notification, so I doubt there's going to be anybody else come in here, but there'll be some that watches the replay. Blaine misses y'all, but she got burnout. When she started working all the time for an eye doctor. And then her and 2 other women there left because things were not doing so good. And you're welcome, Helen. And then she was assistant manager at Dollar General until the doctor put her off work because of the pregnancy difficulties. Because there's no such thing as light duty at Dollar General. And it's so funny because her boss, Nicole, said that she hired 3 people to take Blaine's place. I thought that was kind of weird, though. Nicole hired 3 people. She said that's how good of a worker Blaine was. And some people don't know, that's how Blaine and Cody met, was through me. Me shopping up there at that store before Blaine started working. Cody was working there. And he and I were talking, like worker and customer. And then he started telling me about some personal issues of having to go to court with child custody and things. And I told him I was going to be praying for him. And then we just got to talking, and I mentioned Blaine, and then it went from there. They became friends first. Then they became more like best friends. Then they started dating. So the rest is history. All that stuff in the past is not important anymore. They're married. They're happy. They're trying to get through this pregnancy. And mine is, he was my boyfriend when I was 9 years old. Yep. So we went like full circle around everything we've done in our whole lives and then back to each other. And since it's leap year, I'm the one that proposed to him. I've always said I probably would never get married again. Y'all have heard me saying that. I'm like, I won't never get married again. There's been a couple of people ask me, and I'm like, nah.
If I'd have asked you, said no.
I don't know. I might have said yes. No, I probably would have been scared and said no. No, you're right. I probably would have said no. You were at work that night, weren't you?
On break.
Yeah, he was on break, and I was texting him, and I was like, what time are you going to get up in the morning? He's like, usually around 10 or 11, maybe. I said, okay, well, do you want to go to the courthouse with me after lunch? Isn't that what I said?
Yeah.
And you were like,
And I was like, I got warrants or something.
yeah. And I said, he eventually asked me why, and I'm like, to get married? He said, yeah. I said, okay, well, you can meet me up here at my house at 1. Y'all, he shows up at 12. Early. He wants to be early instead of just on time. And he said in the beginning he did not think I was serious. We went to the courthouse, and I'm standing there, and he's standing there, and I'm like, now do you believe me? And he's an ordained minister, so he actually married us. And then we got married the 8th, and then on March the 8th, and then on the 13th, Blaine called me and said, would you keep Lamia for just a little while? And I said, sure. What are you doing? She said, Cody and I are going to the courthouse. I said, is it what I think it is? And she said, yes. And I said, well, do you want Bo to go down there and officiate, or do you want to try to find one of the judges or the court clerk? She said, he can go. So he went down there and married them. And it was funny, when we got married, I called my mom. I couldn't even tell my kids. My mom told the whole world. She got on her phone as soon as I told her. I said, I got married today. And she said, no, that's not what I said first. First, I said, Bo got to officiate his first marriage today. And she said, oh, really? Who did he marry? And I said, me. She said, to who? I said, he married me. To who? Who did you marry? I said, him. She said, y'all married each other. Yes, he just officiated. He had to sign the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
She calls my niece and tells my niece, look, just called me and told me she got married. I hope she's playing. Well, I wasn't. Mm-hmm. And then when Bo got to talk to my mother, she said, oh, I don't have anything against you, Bo. I just don't like any man. Mm-hmm. Helen said, kind of like Gary and I have a 20-year one-night stand going on here.
Golly.
We didn't have a one-night stand. I was just like, might as well get married. If we're going to make this work, might as well go ahead and do it. What's the sense in waiting? And go ahead and get you on the lease and everything, get you moved. Because he was renting a room from my friend we went to school with. Because all his kids are grown and everything. So, got the paperwork filled out. And then he moved in the night we got married. You stayed. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The night we got married was the first time he stayed here. Now, he would come over like during the day, but he wasn't spending the night here.
No, I had to work nights.
Mm-hmm. That's right. He had to work.
I got to work nights. Yeah.
Yep.
No, not right now.
Yep. Kathy's laughing. She's like, LOL. It's funny. And one of my friends, I don't know if y'all heard me talk about him before, Michael, that's blind. I would take him to get groceries and things like that. He's been asking me to marry him for like 12 years. And I'm like, no, because we're friends. I even told him one day, and I was joking about, I said, we don't get along so much. He's got to be like politically correct and all that all the time. I said, I would have to kill you. And I'm like, I'm joking. I would never do that. I'd duct tape your mouth or something. Again, that's a joke. But we're just not compatible. And when I told him that Bo and I got married, he sounded like he was about to cry. He said, I thought you said you were never going to get married again. I said, that's what I thought. But circumstances changed. Neither did Gary and I. I figured it was going to be a one-night stand, but he was That's the way Bo is. I can't ditch him, and I wouldn't want to. He's already told me he's not leaving, so don't try to run him off. Propped up over here on my bed. But it's his side now. But yeah, it's my bed. It's my bed. Yeah, it was my bed.
It was.
I said it was. It was my bed.
That's right.
I'm trying to get out of the habit of my and say our, like my house, our house. But y'all know I haven't been married since 2011. My husband and I were separated in 2009. He passed away in 2011 at work. So actually, I was alone from halfway through 2009 up to getting married this year. So I'm used to saying my car, my house, my way. He's going to side-eye me. Thank you, Kathy. I'm really happy. I never thought that I would be this happy again. That's why I always said I'll never get married. I never thought that I would find somebody that I'd be compatible with. And we don't like exactly everything that each other likes, but we don't fight. There's no sense in it. He can say how he feels and I can say how I feel in a nice way. We're not hateful to each other. We joke a lot, and we're having to learn each other. Like, we joke around the way that me and Blaine do. And me and my girls, we're always doing that, making each other laugh. Bo and I do that too, but we're having to learn each other to where if I'm sarcastic, he knows I'm playing. I keep a straight face. I have to do him the same way I do the kids. I'm like, okay, now I'm serious. Let's seriously talk. If I need to talk to him about something, I'm like, okay, I got something serious to talk to you about. Other than that, we just laugh and try to have a good time. That's what we agreed upon, was just trying to have a good time with each other as much time as we got left on this earth. Have fun. That's what we do. My family loves him. They love Cody, Blaine's husband. It's been great because they don't really like anybody. Like my mama said, she don't even like men because she's had, a bad marriage. But not everybody's that man. We've been on here 26 minutes already. I can sit here and spend more time with y'all, but I really want to spend some time with him. We actually got to sleep in the same bed last night, but I didn't sleep too good because my legs kept trying to Charlie horse and my feet. And then when Cody called me, I went to the hospital early this morning, and I just came back about 30 minutes before I got on here, maybe 30 minutes. So we're going to spend some time together. We were going to watch a movie last night together because I was talking to Thunder for a little bit, but both fell asleep. Yeah. Then he woke up and said, "You need to take your medicine." And I said, "Why?" My legs were going crazy. I was trying to watch TV and crochet, and my legs were driving him nuts too. So he knows about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I need to take my leg medicine. I have a restless leg. And I just didn't realize it. Yep. Well, Helen, I like to laugh. Just this has been a tough situation with Blaine, and scary as all get out. Yeah, y'all know I've got 4 kids. He's got 3, and we've got grandbabies. Yep.
Actually 4.
Yeah. I forgot. Well, Bo does actually have 4 kids because a friend of his daughter. Well, see, his daughter and my daughter went to school together. His son and Blaine went to school together. They all went to school together. So they're the same, Lori and Candy are the same age. And then Jean and Blaine are the same age. But then Jasmika was really close friends with Candy and Lori, my daughter, Lori. And Jasmika's lost both parents. So Bo just kind of adopted her. So there we are. 8 of them.
8 of them.
And how many grandkids? There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 grandkids. If Cora can get through this with her mama, there's going to be 11 of them.
And that's a good round number.
A round number?
Yeah. Where I come from.
Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to see what this popped up on top of this chat. Helen, what did you say you were working on today? Something popped up on top of the chat. Now I feel stupid because I'm sitting over here touching it. It's not a touch screen. Jordan's tablet's a touch screen. I'm going to sit here and spend some time with him. I don't know if I'm going to crochet or not, but if I do, it'll be on that market bag. I'm on the second market bag, and it's going to be pretty large. It's the Mary Maxim kit. They sent 3 patterns. Caking scraps. Okay. I've been throwing all my scraps in a bag for my scrap can. I've got a scrap can doing granny stripes, and I've got a scrap gun going, just doing whatever stitch I want. I was on there with Helen one night telling her, just give me a stitch to do. Yep. Both of y'all, I think, are friends with Blaine on Facebook. Her name has not changed on there yet. She needs to go in there and change it, so it's still Blaine Baldwin. But her last name now is Higgins. They've even still got it under Baldwin on her insurance. So when I went to the hospital this morning, I'm like, Mary Higgins room, and they said we don't identify by that name. But she would love to hear from y'all. Probably not today. She's getting that blood, and she's very, very weak. But she's going to probably be in there till further notice. Put it that way, until further notice.
Till Cora comes.
It's going to look like until Cora is born, and we're hoping that that's at 30 to 32 weeks and not anytime close. C to C. I love doing a C to C, Kathy. But the thing is, I know how to expand out and everything, but when I'm going back in, I mess up. I don't know when to start my decrease. But I'm hearing more and more people talk about them being fun and working up pretty fast. I didn't even bring my crochet in here to show y'all the bag, but I might, I'm planning on starting making videos again. I think I might have said that. And Blaine's wanting to do it with me. When she gets stronger, if she's up to it, I can do videos with her at the hospital, as long as she's up to it and she's looking okay and feeling okay. Right now, she's like a white ghost with dark, dark eyes. And she's exhausted. I took a picture of her earlier, not a close-up. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick and show y'all. Granny Square shawl. I haven't done a shawl in a long time. I love doing shawls. And I pretty much love anything with the Granny Square. All right. I don't know if y'all can see this. She's laying down, and don't be freaking out because it's just her two nurses getting her blood set up to give her blood and talking to her. So she's laying there. Hang on. Let me find my. Let's see if it'll stop blowing it out. Hang on. Hang on. It's not going to work, is it? Well, all I can see is her white blanket. She's wearing a green hospital gown. Look. But it's blowing it out and not showing you. There it goes. There she is. And that's her two nurses getting her blood hooked up and giving her medicine. They were giving her Tylenol and I think it was Tylenol and Benadryl. I know they gave her a bunch of Benadryl in case she were to try to reject the blood. If her body tried to reject the blood. But they found out, they typed her to be sure they had an exact match on the blood. And they also told her and me and Cody that they ordered more blood from the blood bank, so they've got some on hand. If this happens again, they don't want to have to take time and run and get blood for her. And she is B positive. Her husband's O positive, and he can't give to her because they said it would take 3 days to process his blood. And if he happened to have an antibody or something that Cora doesn't have, it could be detrimental to Cora, and it could also mess up their matching if they wanted another child later. And if Cora survives this, she was a sneak up. They're glad that they got pregnant with her, but it was a sneak up. They don't know if they'll do this again or not. If Cora doesn't get through this, they don't know. It's not something they can consider right now. But we're hoping Cora does get through this. And Blaine was already planning to having a tubal ligation after Cora's born. Because Mia, her first child, is 9. She told Cody, she said, I'm not doing this every 10 years. I was pregnant 10 years ago. anyway, y'all, I guess I'm going to get off here. I'm 34 minutes in. I don't really have anything else to talk about right now, but I'm glad y'all came in here and talked with me. And if you believe in prayer, please mention her. Every time you talk to the Lord, mention her and her family, her daughter, her husband. And yeah, we do, Kathy. Believe me. I was talking to a lady at church today that called up there to pray with us before I left up there with Blaine. And she said, Loretta, I just really admire your faith. I said, well, I'm nothing to admire, but I dilly-dallied in Christianity since I was 18. I did not really, I'm going to say I really didn't get saved and come to the Lord because I was doing too many other things from the time I was 18 till another time. 2012 is when I'm going to say I got my new life with the Lord, and that's when I decided I will not go back to the way I was, ever. And I've done my best to stick to that. I still mess up sometimes because we're all human. But as far as faith and believing in Him and trusting in Him, that's where I am since 2012. But I'm still human and selfish. I don't want to give up Blaine and Cora, or either one of them, or both. And like this lady Kim and I were talking about, the Lord's really got our attention right now, don't you, babe?
Mm-hmm.
The churches, our church, Blaine and Cody's church, family, friends, all of y'all, the Lord's really got our attention. And I told Kim, I said, you know, in my walk with Christ, I feel like sometimes I get out of bounds. I'm not saying Blaine did or anything. That's not what I'm saying. If I get out of bounds and I'm not really closely in fellowship with the Lord, sometimes He'll set me down on my rear end.
He'll reel us back in.
He'll set me down to get me to spend more time with Him, because He's holy and just, but He's also jealous. And He should be, because He made us. We didn't make Him. Hang on. It's my daughter, Amy. Hello. Hey, I'm doing a live stream real quick with some of my friends. I'm on live stream with some of my friends on YouTube. What's up? Okay. I'll come back in just a minute. All right. My daughter, Amy, just checking in, she said. So I'm going to go, y'all, because I keep saying it. I really got to go. Call her back and update her and spend some time with a hubby.
Oh, hubby.
Oh, hubby. But I love y'all.
You ladies have a good weekend.
Yep. He said, y'all have a good weekend. I don't think you'll see him on here because he does not like pictures and stuff, but you can see him on Facebook.
Yeah.
I took a picture.
My wife puts me on Facebook.
I took a picture of him at a restaurant the other day eating some nachos. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Kathy, thank you so much for what you do and for your prayer. Thunder, thank you so much. Holly's Crochet Life and Randomness. Y'all have a good weekend and be safe. Okay? We're just going to pray for each other. Y'all pray for us. I'm going to be praying for y'all. Crochet on, ladies. Bye.